Hey, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Malia, and today I'm going to be talking all about productivity and how I use astrology to help me get things done. Recently, I posted a TikTok about a day in my life, and I was talking about how I use planetary energies to just get me through the day and get things done. And I've received a lot of questions about how I use planetary energies, what I do on certain days, all that jazz. So we're just going to deep dive into all of that today. And I want to go ahead and preface now that you're probably going to see me looking down a lot because I have a ton of notes here and I just want to make sure that I go over everything and that 2 + 2 = 4. So let's dive right in. Now, I will say that I am not the biggest astrology girl. I'm still learning. I feel like astrology is something that takes a lifetime to truly comprehend. And while I'm still a baby at astrology, I've been able to use what I've learned so far to really help propel my life. So please don't look at me as an expert in astrology, but more so someone who should have a respect for astrology, the energies, the planets, all of that, and how it affects us. And I really truly believe that if you understand how energy works and if you understand the current energy at the time, you're able to work with that energy versus forcing or working against it. Now, I've been an entrepreneur for a couple of years now, and while my journey is still new, I do have to admit that I have gone through a lot of things when it comes to productivity and just holding myself accountable and making sure that I'm showing up for myself every single day. And whether you're an entrepreneur, whether you're someone with just a flexible schedule, or if you're someone who's a busy bee, it's so easy to experience burnout and to experience tiredness, frustration, you name it. I've been there, I've done it, I've felt it all, I've had to move past it all. So I do have to say that I used to be someone that would have a to-do list and I would stick to it so harshly that it would create a lot of anxiety for me if I didn't get things done. And what I've learned so far is being an entrepreneur is all about finding your flow, really figuring out what works for you versus being in the spirit of comparison and just trying to do the things that you see everyone else do. And for me, I'm very sensitive when it comes to energies, and I've had to recognize that I would fight against what I was feeling for the sake of completing a task. So when you find yourself kind of fighting against the things you need to do, that's where resistance sets in. And we don't want that because then nothing gets done, right? So this video isn't just limited to entrepreneurship. I want to make that very clear. Whether you're someone who is an entrepreneur, whether you work for someone else, whether you're in between and you're trying to find your balance, or if you're just someone who has a lot of things to do. We all do, right? Regardless of where we are in life, we all have things we need to do. So this video is really just to give you an idea of how you can use planetary energies to kind of carry you throughout your week so that way you find yourself flowing with the energy versus fighting it. So let's talk about Mondays. Mondays are ruled by the moon, which controls our emotional body. So Mondays are all about introspection, meditation, and just taking it slow, right? I personally do not believe in manic Mondays. I think manic Mondays are a poor way to dive into your week because for me, it just created a manic week. So on Mondays, I like to be still. I like to be by myself. I like to just sit in introspection. This is where I do a lot of meditating for myself, for my business, and I really just open myself up to source, the divine, whatever you believe in, for information, for the things that you need to work on this week, for the things that need to be done. Mondays are for movement, so I'm in my body, I'm doing my yoga, I'm hitting the pole, I'm going for a walk. I really make Mondays all about me, and I allow for musing throughout the day. So Mondays are a really good day to really sit down and think about your to-dos for the week, plan and set yourself up for success. So if you're able to just kind of ease into the week and start your week off by pouring into you, I believe that it really sets you up for a fantastic week and you're able to just kind of create your own flow. Now, Tuesday is ruled by the planet Mars, and Mars is all about action, okay? Mars is all about movement, assertiveness, and just getting things done. So Tuesdays are a really good day to put action behind the things that you were musing on Monday. So for me, that looks like content creation, that looks like, planning events, that looks like working on my website. In my opinion, Tuesdays are the best days to be productive. The energy is pure production energy, so flow with that. Think about what tasks that may be kind of hard for you to do or the ones that you really don't want to do. In my opinion, Tuesdays are the best days for that. Now let's talk about Wednesdays. Wednesdays are one of my favorite days of the week because Wednesday is ruled by Mercury, which is all about communication. Wednesdays are nestled right in the middle of the week, so that's a really good checkpoint to really assess, the things you've done so far, how you're feeling, what may need to change, etc. So with Wednesday's ruling communication, these are the days where I'm writing my emails. These are the days where I'm working on website copy, I'm editing content, I'm possibly making content. It just depends on how I feel that day. Wednesdays are the days that I love to meet with my clients, because again, communication is everything, and the work that I do is very sensitive and intimate, and I want to make sure that I'm showing up in the best way for my clients, as well as giving them the space to show up for themselves as well. So this is when I'm catching up on emails, any form of communication. Wednesday is the best day to do that. Now, just because Wednesdays are ruled by communication, that doesn't mean that that's the only day that you can do these type of activities, but the goal is to make your focus of the day be these things. So you don't have to sit there and write out every single email or draft every single letter, all of that. You don't have to do all of those things on Wednesdays. What you can do is start by outlining or jotting down things. I personally like to let inspiration just hit me whenever. So I always keep a running list somewhere of things that I possibly want to write about, talk about, etc. And I use Wednesdays to kind of piece everything together and create flow with that. Also, contracts. Wednesdays are a really good day to sign contracts. I feel like as long as Mercury isn't in retrograde, Wednesdays are a really good day for those type of business transactions. Now let's talk about Thursday. Thursday is one of my other favorite days. I feel like every day is my favorite day of the week, but Thursdays is where it's at. Thursdays are ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is all about expansion, luck, all the good things. So Thursdays are a really good day to do the things that you want to have expanded in your life. So for me, Thursdays is where I'm launching products, I launch programs, any sort of launch, anything that I'm putting out into the world. Thursdays are the days that I do that. Now, while Jupiter is an expansive energy, it's also kind of jovial. So it's a good time for social interaction, networking, and even sitting with your finances. Whatever you want to have expanded in your life, Thursdays are the days for you to take action on those things. Friday, okay? Friday. Everyone loves Friday. Why? Because Friday is actually ruled by Venus, which is all about love, beauty, attraction, wealth, rich things, right? So on Fridays, I do not work on Fridays. I only work Monday through Thursday. So Fridays are the days where I may not be doing like admin things or showing up in my business a lot, but Fridays are the days where I do my attraction work, my attraction rituals for myself and for my business. Venus is all about love and romance and sensuality. So I spend Fridays really diving into sensuality for me. So I like to pour into my business by doing attraction rituals. I like to pour into my business by, maybe doing inventory of my products, like any sort of avenue within your business that needs a little more love. Those are the things that you want to do on Fridays. I also love to daydream on Fridays. I feel like Fridays is where I kind of put on my rose-colored glasses and I think about what I want my business to look like. I think about where I want my business to go. I do a lot of musing around how I want to make my business more beautiful, like the appearance of my business, how I want people to receive my business, right? So I think about all of those things and I save those type of activities for Fridays. Now let's get into Saturday, okay? Now I don't work on Saturdays, but Saturday is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is a very stern yet productive energy. So this is where, you find yourself doing Saturday chores, cleaning up, just taking care of home. If there's anything that I do within my business on a Saturday, it's more than likely going to be something that I didn't get a chance to finish throughout the week. So I reserve my Saturdays for that if there's anything I need to do. Other than that, I like to tend to home and take care of myself. I feel like Saturdays are the days where you really pour into you, so that way you're able to show up for the world. So you may not be working within your business, but as an entrepreneur, as just a human being, it's very important that you pour into yourself, especially after a long week of work, a long week of productivity. You want to make sure that you're renewing your cup a little. So, take care of your home, take care of yourself, do the things that really fill up your cup. Now, Sundays is ruled by the sun, and sun energy is all about putting yourself out there. It's all about your confidence. It's all about basking in your glow, right? But Sundays is also really good for rest too. For me, that looks like prepping for the week. You know, I take care of the home, I cook, I do things that set myself up for success throughout the week. But I also, for the most part, just chill out and I rest. You know, this is where I'm outside. I try to get in the sun as much as I can, but especially on Sundays, there's just something about sitting in the sun on a Sunday and just basking in that energy, taking in the sun energy, and just allowing it to fill you up so you can have a productive week. On Sundays, create room for play, create room for pleasure, create room for, you know, creativity within your business, within your life. So really make your Sundays what you want it to be. There's energy and there's space to do that. So I hope this gives you some sort of idea on how to work with planetary energies to create more productivity for yourself. Also know that you don't always have to follow this to a T, because yes, the sun moves in a different planet each day, but that also happens by hour as well. So there are planetary days and there's also planetary hours within the day. So start with the days, get familiar and comfortable with that. And then once you have a routine that's set for yourself, then start looking at the planetary hours. So that way you can kind of expand on this energy a little more and allow for multiple things to be your focus of the day. So if you have any questions about how to incorporate planetary energies into your day, definitely comment them below. If you are someone who is familiar with this and kind of has a routine for yourself, please feel free to share that. I believe in community and we all have information and knowledge that can help one another. So I hope this has inspired you to create some sort of flow for yourself by using planetary energies. Please like, share, and subscribe because that helps the algorithm push this video to like-minded individuals. And if you need me, I will be in the apothecary mixing up those herbs. Until next time.